Instead of your shame, you will receive a double portion. And instead of your disgrace, you will rejoice in your inheritance, and you will inherit a double portion in your land, and everlasting joy shall be yours. Welcome back to Wealthbuild Ministries. Dr.Angela here. I'm so excited to have you here this midnight. I would love to know where you're tuning in from around the globe. Please put it in the comment section below where you're coming in from. I love you with the love of Christ. Jesus loves you so much. Listen here. You are an overnight success. You are an overnight success. And God says, instead of your shame, you will receive a double portion. And instead of disgrace, you will rejoice in your inheritance. And so you will inherit a double portion in your land. And everlasting joy will be yours. So understand that when people see you, when we stand in the place of our destiny, and when people see you as this overnight success, they have no idea the tears that you had to cry. They had no idea the war that you had to go through, where you had to stand and slay kingdoms privately, my God. They have no idea the nights you suffered and struggled, but you pressed through it because God was your strength. God pushed you through it. The angels of the Lord were with you. But some of you felt like you was not going to make it. You felt like giving up. You felt like throwing in the towel. But even now, you're pursuing God. As we pursue His direction, as we pursue our healing, as we pursue our deliverance. And now God presents our public promotion, so that the world may see, because God said, when you come before me behind closed doors and you seek me, I will reward you openly. And so now is the time for public promotion. Now is the time where overnight success is happening for you, where people did not know you, but you are being brought to the forefront, where kings and queens are about to favor you because the Lord thy God. The Bible said that nations that know thee not will run unto you because the Lord thy God. And so your time of pain, the time that you had to cry in the midnight hour, oh, God seeing you. Oh, God heard you. Oh, you warred. You struggled. You stood in the gap for your loved ones. You stood in the gap for the world. You stood in the gap for those who were in your environment and in your areas. You stood in the gap for your communities. You plowed the field with praying and fasting and seeking the Lord. And God says, now I'm going to reward you openly, and public promotion is coming to you. And God said, in this due season, there are some of you where you gave more than you should have. There are some of you where people looked over you, right? You were not qualified for the relationship. They didn't qualify you for the position. They didn't qualify you for the car. They didn't qualify you for the house. They didn't qualify you because they were looking on the outside appearance, and they was not looking at your heart. But let me tell you something. God sees the heart. He does not focus on the outer appearance, but He sees your heart. And when your heart is pure and when your heart is good, my God, get ready for the blessings of the Lord that's about to overtake you. And God said, I don't want to give you a lake. I want to give you an ocean. He says, I want to restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten what was yours. God said, in this due season, and there are 4 seasons, as a matter of fact, the 5th season is due season, and that means now. And God says, in this due season, I am giving you an ocean of overflow. God says, I have it on a silver platter for you. There is gold in that land, and it's good. There's an inheritance that I have for you. There's things that I promised to you. And God said His promises are sure to come to pass. And as long as you believe the word of the Lord and you connect your faith to the word of the Lord, understand that everything that God has promised you, and you even know in your heart, You know what he's promised you. You know what he's told you. You sat with it. You sat with him in the midnight hours. You listened to him speak to you and tell you what he's going to give you. You've seen it with your own eyes, but you have not physically received it. And God said, now is the time. I am making your name great. I gave you a new name. And so no longer are you sitting in that position. But God says, I'm pushing you, those who are in the back of the line, I'm pushing you to the front of the line, my God. And there's some of you that's about to be famous. And God said, I'm giving you fame for the shame that you had to go through. And there's many people who talked about you. There's many people who rejected you. There's many people who left you. There's many people who even use you. There's many people who tried to manipulate you. There's many people who tried to break you. There's many people who said they loved you, but they never showed up. And let me tell you something, our God will never leave you or forsake you. Oh, he will never hurt you because he's a God of love. He is not man, he is God. And his love, oh, his love, my God. And that is why you do not idle man, you do not idle women. Because there's no greater love than the one who lays down his life for his friends. He is the shepherd and you are the sheep. And he is a great shepherd. And he died for you. He paid the price so that you would not have to suffer, so that you would not have to struggle. But the enemy has been telling you lies, that the God that you serve is not going to come through, that he's not going to show up for you, that he's going to leave you where you are. Oh, that is a lie from the enemy. And so now is the time for public promotion. And so I congratulate you in this season. I honor you in this season. And I tell you that you have arrived. And there are many people waiting for your arrival. They cannot wait for you. They are excited to meet you. They have gifts for you. And you are going into a place where that land is flowing with milk and honey, my God. And so I would encourage you to give a gift, give a seed into the word tonight. The gift of giving is a blessing. It is a blessing to give. It is a blessing to be a blessing. And so understand that you are a blessing and that you are about to be called. Your name is about to be called and you are next because God says, I want to favor you. I want to love on you. I want to send for you. My God, get ready. Overnight success. You are that. I love you, family. And remember, the joy of the Lord is your strength. God bless you.